sold your home for $15,000 above list price? How can that even be possible? Well, right now, believe it or not, it is happening. Just recently, I sold 16th Street in North Cumberland for $15,000 above list price, Beaver Road in Harrisburg for $10,600 above list price, and 907 Edge Hill Road for $5,000 above list price. Hi everyone, I'm Ysmaine.Realtor and mentor of EXP Realty. So if you saw my previous video, you found out one strategy to make sure you actually get to keep the amount of money you go into contract for. If you didn't, make sure you like my page if you are on Facebook and subscribe to my channel if you are on YouTube. That way you not miss out on any more great videos. Now there are a few more things to consider when selling your house for more than what is listed for, or considerably more than what the neighbors have recently sold for. The first one was to see if the buyer would be willing to remove the appraisal contingency altogether. However, many buyers aren't really willing to do that. So another alternative is, if they aren't willing to remove the appraisal contingency, is to see if the buyers are willing to give you a specified amount that they are willing to pay above the appraised value, obviously not to exceed the agreed purchase price. Well, how can this be helpful to you, or why would it matter? You see, if someone really wants your home, they may be willing to pay any amount for it. But as we learned in the previous video, the bank is only going to loan you what it appraises for. If the buyer removes the appraisal contingency altogether, it's sort of like writing a blank check. They can't be certain as to what the home were appraised for, so they have no idea what the difference is going to be and how big of a check they may be having to write. So many buyers are afraid to do that. So the other option is to have them agree upon a specified amount that they agree to pay over the appraised value if the home does not appraise at the agreed sale price. Here's an example. Let's say you agree on a sale price of $300,000. And as a seller, based upon the advice of your agent, let's say me, I really don't think your home is going to appraise at that amount. The first option would be to counter with the removal of the appraisal contingency. But if that's not going to work for the buyers, the second option would be to ask the buyers how much they would be willing to pay over the appraised value. So let's say the buyer says they're willing to pay $10,000 over the appraised value. If the home appraises at $285,000, that means they would be willing to pay you $295,000 for the home, which is $10,000 over what appraised for. But that would also mean that the seller would be getting $5,000 less than what they originally agreed upon in the initial contract of $300,000. So the final sale for this sale would be $295,000. Again, there's a lot to consider when selling your home. It is not always just as cut and dry as it may seem. So what is the answer? How do you protect yourself? The answer is to call a professional. Call me, Ysmaine.Realtor. I have helped and protected dozens of Central PA residents just like you, and I would love to help you too. So give me a call on the number on your screen and click below to download my free seller's guide. And as always, make it a great home buying and selling day. I'll see you next time.